Hi, if you guys are new here, my name is Eloise. If you're not, welcome back to the channel. Today's vlog is gonna be very different than anything I've ever done before. And when we leave this house, we're not coming back until the sun is down. So I need to make sure that I am prepped for the day. I've got like 15 different layers on. I've got my Coach Brooklyn bag that we're gonna pack with all the essentials for the day, and then we're gonna head out. But today we're doing a matcha crawl, if you will. I'm on the hunt to find the best matcha in New York City. If you follow me on TikTok, every time I travel to a new country, I always try the matcha, whether it's Japan, obviously, Thailand, Tokyo, France, London, literally anywhere I go, I'm always on the hunt to try to find the best matcha. And then it dawned on me, why haven't I done this in New York, the city that I live in and spend the most time? So that is what we're doing, and I feel like all the girlies love their matcha. So if I can do my due diligence and just vet out some of the good ones, vet out the bad ones, and just save everybody time, why not? Also, I feel like it'll be so fun. There's so many matcha places that I haven't even heard of before, 3 of which we're going to today. So I just figured it'd be a super fun video. We're gonna talk more about all the different distinctions and or classifications that we're rating it on. But for now, let's just finish getting our bags packed, getting ready, because daylight is a ticking and we've got some matcha to go try. Whoop, 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 whoop. I've also refrained from making myself my own matcha and or having any caffeine because we're gonna be drinking a lot of matcha. I feel like you guys haven't seen me with a big bag ever, because I feel like I'm normally a small bag girly, but this is the Brooklyn from Coach. But I figured that I didn't have a really big bag in my collection, and as a girl on the go, I wanted something where I could fill it up all the way to the brim and then not need to come home like today. So the things that I'm packing, we've got my tripod. Gotta make sure my setup is good. Like I said, it's freezing outside, so I wanna make sure I bring a scarf to bundle up. I'm wearing so many layers that I don't know if I need it right now, but it's always good to have on hand. We've got my sunglasses. You guys should already be familiar with my sunglass case that I take everywhere. I'm also only bringing 1 pair of sunglasses. Normally I fit 3. Gloves, essential, lip balm, and headphones. With all of that in, obviously the scarf is making it look super fluffed up. Look how cute she is. She's so cute, and you guys, I have way too many brown bags, but when I saw this color, she had to come home with me. There was no other choice. So here's a little OOTD. It is 11:30, and we're gonna hit the road now. First location is Soho. I'm trying to group them somewhat nearby so you don't have to go all over the city, but we're going to Manjul. I'm gonna need to put on my gloves very soon. I feel like this store opened up sometime, what, last winter?
2 years ago.
Two years ago?
Yeah.
Oh my god, time is flying. But it's super, super cute inside, and they also have coffee and clothes. They also have a really pretty tree inside, but I'll show you guys in a second for our first matcha. Can I do a matcha latte with oat milk, please?
Yep.
Iced.
Iced.
And then do you have a little bit of like simple syrup?
Yeah, we can.
Just a little shot of simple syrup in there. To order the first matcha. $9.25, I believe. My order that I'm gonna order at every single one is a iced matcha latte with oat milk and a tiny bit of simple syrup. I feel like it's important that we have a constant variable, which is my order, to really gauge and rate between all these different matchas. But in order for you to really understand and rate these properly, we can't get too crazy. I did order ice though, and my hands are already freezing, but a girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do. Depending on how well this video does and whether you guys like this series, definitely thinking that we should do one that is just unique matchas, like a strawberry matcha, tiramisu, the cream top, all the different variations. But for this one, we're just doing classic matcha lattes. Okay, this is the first matcha. On the color scale, I feel like it's good, but on the slightly lighter side. But that could just be depending on what milk they use. But I'm excited. I need some caffeine. I know my oat milk's like the back of my hand. This one's Califia Farms. You guys know that I'm a Oatly girl. It just doesn't taste that matcha-y. It tastes more just like, I'm gonna say watered down milk, but like milkier. I like the sweetness and it's not too sweet. Obviously I added a tiny bit of simple syrup, but it's not giving me the matcha kick that like I want. Okay, I think for my rating, I'm gonna give this a 6 out of 10. Because again, I'm tasting more of just milk and a little dash of matcha instead of matcha with a dash of milk. Okay, I'm bored. I'm ready to go to the next place.
I remember this being much better than it is today, so my hopes are very high for Sorate.
Manjul, you've been somewhat of a pleasure. Sorate, here we go. All right, so the first time we ever went there, it was so good, so much better. And I feel like maybe that's just the unfortunate part about when restaurants, cafes, anything opens up, they're so much better when they first open, and then quality control just goes down the longer they're there. But it was kind of loud in there, so I'm gonna reiterate the things that we said. Sweetness was good. The overall matcha taste was lacking. The place we're going is Sorate. Slight spoiler, I've already been there before, but since we're walking there, I might as well give you a little spiel. I think this is one of the most authentic Japanese matchas that you can get in New York City. My one caveat and issue with them is their choice of milk. When I go here, I normally get almond milk because the brand of milk they use makes, I'll just say it flat out, terrible oat milk. The oat milk they use is Minor Figures. I feel like it's a very niche alternative milk brand to use. Had to stop and give you a little OOTD because when the opportunity arises, one must take it. Anyway, back to shitty oat milk. For the sake of this vlog, I have to get the oat milk, but if you do go to Sorate, I would strongly urge you to get the almond milk instead. Not only is the matcha really good, and I've talked about it in other vlogs, but I feel like the experience of getting matcha is very authentically Japanese. They take their time, like you will be waiting outside. So it's a really small shop. There are only a couple seats on the inside, but they keep like max 6 or 7 people inside at a time. Each barista who makes your matcha takes a good 1 to 3 minutes to make it. Like, just watching them is kind of like an art, and obviously once you get there you'll see, but it reminds me so much of when I was in Kyoto and went to the green tea ceremony, which is just a beautiful experience to witness. So that's why I love Sorate as well, but I'm excited to try it again. Fingers crossed that maybe they've changed their milk since the last time I got it. I don't think they have, but nonetheless, I'm excited to review it again and especially show you guys just how cute of a spot it is. Look, I've picked up a straggler on the matcha tour. Do you even drink matcha like that, or you more coffee?
No, but I'm here for the vibes of you guys.
The girly pop.
I'll try matcha.
Okay, this one's like a good one. Well, actually, it might be a bad one because it's like real matcha.
Well, I feel like that's how I should try it. That's
okay,
true.
then yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. Can I just do a traditional house matcha?
Would you like it iced or hot?
Iced with oat milk, a tiny bit of agave or simple syrup or whatever you guys have.
Of course.
This is the color of the matcha that I think every matcha should be. It's not a light green, it's a dark green. I'm also mistaken, they have changed their milk to Elmhurst, but look at that. This is what a true matcha should taste like. Me asking for a little bit of agave did absolutely nothing, so it's definitely more on the bitter end, but if you want a true like caffeine zing, this will give it to you. We're gonna run it back for the 4th time because we're sitting in front of the most popular sandwich shop I think in New York City, or it's just lunchtime in New York City right now. But a girl, if you are single and you're looking for a man in New York, you need to come here around my non-existent watch. I don't know what time it is, like 12-ish. That's where the men are. I've never had matcha before.
I'm so excited. Oh, that's great.
But this is like one of the most authentic matchas I think
really
in New York. The milk, thank God they changed their milk because whatever was happening before was just not it. This one, I'm gonna give it a 9.3. Okay, so the next place we're going, we're gonna take a little gander.
Excuse me, question. Why is this place so popular?
You gotta ask him, it's my first time.
Okay.
What do you get?
Sandwiches, hot peppers.
Okay, but it's like really good. We watched 40 people walk in in 1 minute.
That's a slow day.
Really?
It's like in the summer, the line goes down.
No.
And they run out of bread at like 1.
Okay. Which sandwich should we get?
Or do you just make your own?
You can make your own. There's like a list of sandwiches. That's what
Okay.
we want.
Thank you. Thank you for your
Thank you.
service.
Enjoy.
I'm gonna ask
Alright.
every single man the same question. Just watch.
Okay, so we're gonna take a little gander. We're gonna ask one more man why they eat sandwiches here.
Question. Why is this so popular?
It's good. Just really good.
It's really good. What do we get?
This like prosciutto, mozzarella.
Oh, prosciutto's up my alley.
my
A
God.
bunch of locations. This is like
This is
the
the original.
We literally watched 40
Got it.
people walk in 1 minute, and
Yeah.
we couldn't.
Okay.
You guys should
So
try
which one should we get?
Okay, amazing.
I got the Dino, he got the Matthew. That.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much
Enjoy
for
your
your
service. I love how
Okay.
they're getting the BTS of this.
Yeah. Anyway, so this is what happens when girls are just posted up outside of a sandwich shop. We're gonna go somewhere. This matcha definitely redeemed itself, but we're gonna try another one that I also have had, but I haven't had in a very long time. That is very authentic Japanese matcha. So let's go put some pep in our step, cardio, warm up, and go try another matcha. Say matcha on 3. 1, 2, 3. Matcha! Can I just do a iced matcha latte? Oat milk. Thank you. Okay, look at the color of this matcha. Do you see how dark this is? Yeah, it's the same color as Sorate. This place, they actually ask you how sweet you want it. They go, no sweet, mild, sweet. So I got mild sweet because I figured I could always add more if I wanted to. I lost my straw. No, I didn't. And my straw. Okay, so so insane good.
Really?
So the ice cream that's from here is insane. I have to give this one a 9.8. It's so creamy. The milk is good. I think this is everything that a matcha should be. let the matcha journey continue. We had a little pit stop. We got some ramen warmed up a little bit, and now we're headed over to the East Village to try the Matcha House. We just left before our little lunch break 12 Matcha, which is currently in the #1 spot of best matcha so far. I feel like you can also tell the difference between Manjul, Sorate, and 12 Matcha, how they just really take pride in the way they make their matcha. Not that Manjul doesn't, but the experience of getting it was obviously very different. 12 Matcha I've been to, Sorate I've been to, Manjul I've been to, but I hadn't been for a while. This one is the first one that I genuinely have never been to before. So we will be getting my first impressions, and I guess I'm going in fully blind, but apparently it has good reviews. I feel like the East Village has like a ton of great hidden gems per se. I'm excited. Woo! Can I do a matcha latte, the uji blend?
We're out of this. We just have the shizzle with the shake.
What's the difference?
So this one is a little bit more smoother tasting, while this one's a little bit, has more of a stronger matcha.
Okay. Ice with oat milk, please. Thank you. So they didn't have the Fuji matcha anymore, which is the smoother one. This one is Oatly, and I know that. Definitely more bitter. I added a little bit of their house brown syrup. I don't know. I need time to sit on this one.
I need a rating.
I don't know why. I'm like, I wanna get maybe the Yuji, the other one, instead of this like more bitter. Inconclusive rating. Inconclusive. We've got one more place to try, and I'm gonna sit and think about this, but as of right now, inconclusive rating. Okay, upon further reflection, I am going to rate this one a 7.5, but Brittney did make the point that with my inconclusive rating, that was rather fair because everything else was like a house blend or more ceremonial. This one, she even said, was a much more bitter matcha blend, therefore altering our control variable. And if we're being scientific, which we are, therefore means that it's not in the same running as the other matchas. The more that I sip it, it grows on me. It is much more bitter. So I'm gonna give it a 7.5, and I'm gonna go back to Matcha House another day to try their just regular Uzi, I'm forgetting what it was called. But side note, their cold foam, let it be known, kind of just tastes like whipped cream with matcha in it. And I didn't love it. It wasn't Community Goods. It wasn't a proper cold foam. Lacked sweetness as well. So I just wanted to tell you guys this before, because my hand is now freezing and I'm gonna put it in the pocket. But we're headed to our last matcha spot of the day. We'll tell you, we're headed to West Village. We're going to Hungry Llama. And it's all the way on the west side. My camera's also about to die, but I can't believe we've been out all day trying matchas. Vlogging on my phone because my camera died. This lighting is terrible, but last matcha to try. Can I do a matcha latte with oat milk, please?
You want it ice or hot?
Ice, please. And then do you have simple syrup?
Yeah.
Can I just have like a little bit of simple syrup added in? Thank you. Okay, ready? Cheers. So I feel like if you're looking at the color, it's giving the same thing as Manjul. I think also in the way that it was made, it's like matcha inside of a thing. We're gonna do our final review when we're outside. Finally home. And we need to do a proper review of all the matchas that we had. I wanted to get some final thoughts across after our full day of matcha taste testing. The last one, my camera died, and I felt like I wanted to do this with better quality. So let me just say, the last one, Hungry Llama, was giving the same vibe as Manjul, which I think if you're maybe newer to matcha, is the better route to go. I think it's a lot more palatable because you're not getting as strong of a flavor. The color is really where you see the difference of what I would consider really good matcha versus not as good or as traditional matcha, if you will, where it becomes just a little bit more milkier and lighter. At Hungry Llama, the way that they made it, it was like in a paste and in a bottle already. I got a little clip of it, and so they like put it in the cup, then they just add milk on top versus the traditional way to make matcha. Honestly, I feel like if Japanese people saw the way they did that, would probably feel very offended and appalled, versus the actual, you put the powder and then you add the water, then you froth it up and do all the things, which again, I sound like a broken record at this point, but I think you can see the difference in care that is taken and how serious they take their matcha with 12 Matcha, Sorate, Matcha House. Even Manjul did it the right way versus the last place, Hungry Llama. I had a sip of Brittney's hot chocolate with hot honey whipped cream. Phenomenal. So I think that Hungry Llama, even in like the vibe of it, was just giving a coffee shop, where I would rather go there for a coffee or a latte instead of matcha. When we came up with our list of places to go, we obviously were looking at like rankings, but also just what people liked. And for some reason, the matcha at Hungry Llama was rated really highly. Not exactly sure who's rating that. They were TikTok, but keep that in mind. Cool spot to go to. If you're gonna go walk on the West Side Highway, go grab yourself a hot chocolate with hot honey whipped cream. Don't go and get the matcha there. It obviously wasn't the worst matcha I've had, but it was just very like milky. So I ended up rating that one. I'll give it a 5. So the final ranking of all the places that we went: 12 matcha, 9.8, second with a 9.3, Sorate, but I already discussed that it was a milk preference. After that, Matcha House, which technically got disqualified because it wasn't, the constant variable of the same matcha wasn't there, but we're still gonna include it. That was at an 8.5. The next time I do this, if you guys like it, and if you guys are entertained, and I'm probably gonna do it anyway because I love matcha, I'm gonna go back and get the regular ceremonial grade matcha, not the more bitter one. We have Manjul, which again, unfortunately, it was so much better before, but I really do like the vibes in there. Matcha came at a 6, and then in 5th place was Hungry Llama. That is where I'm gonna leave you guys. I do feel like I'm very caffeinated up. I was bouncing off the walls, and I'm so glad that we stopped for ramen because I didn't have anything in my stomach prior. And it is crazy. People don't think that green tea can caffeinate you like that. Just trust that it can. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I've been trying to think of other ways to do fun things. And obviously I love matcha. If you follow me on TikTok, I do matcha reviews everywhere I travel. So it just made so much sense to also do that in the state and in the city that I live. There are so many amazing matcha places. So if you have any recs for places that I should check out, please drop them in the comments below. If you like this video, drop the comments in below. Like, I want to hear your feedback, your thoughts, but don't worry, next week we'll be back to regular scheduled NYC diaries. I know how much you guys like that. I'm trying to make it a longer vlog for you, but I hope you guys are having an amazing Sunday. Please DM me on Instagram also if you check any of these places out. I want to know what your ratings are compared to mine, and I'll either see you for the next matcha tour or next week. But I love you guys and happy Sunday.